Alright, y'all. Had my double lung transplant. It was done on June 20th. Everything went well. It was a really great match. The surgery, of course, or the aftermath, was pretty painful. There's the scars. Stitched up from armpit to armpit. There's the sutures from the tubes they had in me. I'm on a bunch of medication, of course. There were some complications. I had to be flown in from my hometown. I guess I went unconscious. We had called 911 because I could feel something was wrong. And then by the time we got to the hospital, my mother had told them that I was a patient there at St. Joseph's. So they called St. Joseph's and they said to airlift me. So of course they did. Well, I had more complications on the plane whenever we landed, and they had to suction out, I guess, part of my throat or something. I was choking on vomit or something. Well, I pulled through that. Then I had some seizures while I was there. I've never had a seizure in my life before. The last thing I remember was my hearing going out, and that was pretty scary. Then I went unconscious. My mom said that one doctor looked pretty worried, and they brought in a bunch of doctors to try to medicate me, try to help me out, but nothing was working. They actually said everything they gave me should have pretty much brought down a horse, but I was still going somehow. My blood pressure went to 200, well, it went to 250. Pretty much I probably should have had a stroke, or I should have died from that, but somehow I pulled through. I guess the man upstairs helped me out. After that, my blood pressure dropped very low this time, and so did my heart rate. So that almost killed me, but I pulled through that as well. Overall, after I woke up, I thought everything was fine. Then my parents never told me any of this until, I don't know, about 3 days before I got out of the hospital. No, actually, no, they told me yesterday. And after the seizures, I was actually released about 3 days later. The doctor said that I was a strong person. They couldn't believe it. It's stuff that I pulled through. Now I'm just on a bunch of medications and the regimen that they gave me. Of course, I'm on about 25 different pills. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I'm on a lot of pills, and I have to be on them daily, of course, for the rest of my life. But it's a small price to pay to keep on living. I pray every day for being thankful, for one, and I pray for my donor's family and for my donor. May they rest in peace. And I thank them in my prayers for giving me life again. I was expected to live a year. I was given a year and only made it half a year because I almost died. So it was a very close call. It's still really emotional. It's sad that somebody has to die just for me to live. But like I said, I'm thankful. I thank them every day in my prayers. I guess like I've said before, everybody has something to contribute to this world. You just have to find out what. Me, I'm really trying to find out what it is now. I mean, the The only thing I can think of is what kept me going is my 2 children that I think about every day. I had to be away from them because they're in Texas. I'm here in Phoenix. And now I had to stay here for several months, maybe possibly a year. And that really hurts because they can't be here. But it was something else. The pain from the staples and everything is there. I feel like I have a lot of cramps in my chest. I wanted to do pictures and videos while I was in the hospital, but that didn't work out. But I'm kind of glad that everything happened the way it did. I feel good. My oxygen level now by itself is in 98, 99, 97. And before then, even whenever I was on oxygen, it was barely in the 90s, sometimes in the 80s, and I'd be struggling. I'm struggling now because I was actually in the hospital for almost 2 months. So my body is very weak. I've lost a lot of muscle. My arms have shrank, my legs have shrank. I mean, it's just, I'm on a walker. It's really tough. I mean, every day is really tough. But every day is getting easier little by little. And I'm grateful I can breathe again. So the only thing that's got me, I mean, I still have anxiety, but it's not bad at all anymore, not like it used to be. So drop me a line. You guys got any questions? Be happy to answer them. If I can't answer them, I'll find an answer for you somehow, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But just thought I'd give an update. It's been a while since I've been on here. So I got new lungs, and I'm breathing. No more oxygen. So yeah, it happened on June 10th is when my transplant happened. The phone call was great. The phone call was emotional. I couldn't believe it happened really that fast. But like I said, drop me a line. I'll get an answer somehow. And God bless. Thank you.